Hey everybody, what's up? I'm here at Daniel Street in Milford, Connecticut, where the Alternate Roots are playing an awesome gig here tonight. I got a chance to sit down with the band before they played, and we're also going to show you some of the concert. So check it all out right now. All right, so guys, you guys both went to Fairfield, and then Eric, you were a senior when Tim was a freshman?
Yes.
So how did you guys even meet then?
I was at a party at a townhouse. I don't even know if you guys are still allowed to do that. It was in the basement. I know you're not allowed to do that.
We're not allowed to do that anymore.
So I'm showing my age. Back in the olden days when you could be in the basement of townhouses. This girl came up to me and she was like, "Oh, you're the guitar player kid." And I was like, "All right, yeah." You know, there weren't a ton of guitar players at Fairfield, so I would get that occasionally.
Wasn't a lot of singers either.
They're like, "Oh, you're the guitar player kid," and I was like, "Oh yeah." And she's like, "I gave your phone number to my friend who's probably gonna call you." And I was like, "Oh, cool. I'll see you later." And I was like, "Who was that? And why did she have my phone number to give out to somebody else?"
And then I had some gigs. I hired Eric the first 2 times we played together, but we just got along really well, and we had a lot of the same taste in music. And one day I was at the gym, and I met your buddy, Andrew. I was like, "I need a place to stay this summer because I'm going to try to finish school early and this and that." And he's like, "Oh, you can live in our basement with our turtles." And I said, "Okay," and Andrew was Eric's good friend, so we ended up living together that summer, you know, in the same town, Bridgeport. And it just all came together.
How did the name The Alternate Roots come to fruition?
I saw a sign on vacation one day, and it was a flooded road, and it just said, it was written in marker on the cardboard. It said, "Seek alternate routes." And I thought it was cool that there was no suggestion. You just had to go, you couldn't go there. And the more that we've been in the music business, the more I find that to be an appropriate metaphor.
Okay. Were there any other names that came into like the competition?
Oh man, names was the hardest thing.
Okay, you know when you get into an elevator?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And nobody pushes the button.
Right.
Because everyone thinks that, well, the 2 people, everyone assumes the other one's going to do it, so
Sure.
you just get in an elevator and nobody pushes the button and you just stand there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Eric and I. Okay, we have some of the same strengths and some of the same weaknesses, and we've been trying to run this band and run the business and all that stuff. But a lot of times we get in the elevator and nobody pushes the button. So we were going to call the band The Elevator Effect. But in retrospect, I'm glad we stuck with Alternate Roots.
Eric, you guys released your last album lately, independently. And I know you told the Connecticut Post it was your favorite album you guys have made so far. Why is that?
I mean, I think that's part of the addiction of what we do. You know, the last thing you do is always your favorite. I think Lately was a record that we had a lot of fun making. I think, you do this for a while in theory, or you hope that you get better at it. You get better at performing, you get better at writing, you get better at your instrument, you get better at just being in a band in general. And we've been at this for a long time. We've been at this for, almost 8, 9, 10 years now. And some of the guys I graduated Fairfield with, they've been in school that whole time, and they're doctors now, and they're lawyers now. So,
Right.
we've been in a band that whole time. But, it's not a typical profession, but you'd hope you still get good at it. We released this record independently, and that was a decision we made, based on the last 2 albums that we put out on Vanguard Records, which were great years for us, but they were hard years. They were years where I think we learned a lot about the business and about the industry, and we got to tour the country several times. We got to play with some great acts. We got to be on the TV and on radio, and we learned a lot. But I think we figured out that if we wanted to succeed in kind of the current music industry, we needed to kind of take back and do some of the things ourselves again. And so I think Lately is kind of just like it's kind of everything we learned along the way, both musically and as a band and as people and as kind of everything that we've gone through over the last 10 years of being in the business. So
Yeah.
We got to make this record with friends. Number 1 goal this time was to make an album that we would be able to take home and listen to and love, So that was the first ingredient. And the other ingredient was we were just sitting there and I was asking Eric if he liked it. And if the answer was no, we would change it. And he would ask me the same thing, and then we would change it. And Teddy, the guy we made the record with, Teddy Morgan, was the same. He was like an equal partner in that. and we trusted each other, and we just worked until everybody was excited. I've been a miner for gold on the outskirts of town.
So tell me about the first single off of Lately, which is going to be Carry Me Home.
Carry Me Home. It's kind of the synthesis of two different ideas, and it kind of is the quintessential song off Lately from Tim and I's perspective. I think that's a cool song because we kind of each had different ideas, you know, trying to find ways to work together, but kind of in different ways. And I feel like it was kind of new to us to like have like independent sections and then trying to put them together. I think the result is a really cool song. So that's Carry Me Home.
We were at Fairfield U, and Eric was playing the piano, and we would get together from time to time and dig up old ideas, and we knew we were gonna make a record at some point. And I was sitting there in the chair, and I thought to myself, there's nothing I know now. There's no way to slow down. I'm drunk on the dance floor. Carry me home. And I think it's kind of fun that we were at the old stomping grounds, you know. I was drunk on a few dance floors in college. And also, I mean, for me personally, I think there's a really spiritual aspect to that. I mean, when you are messed up out of your mind, as you often can be in college, the people that you love, the people that you trust, are the people that get you home, you know. And we got kind of spun around a little bit in the last couple of years, and things look different, and you don't know who to trust and whatever, and you know, like I said, you reconnect with who those people are, and you're grateful for them, and hopefully you get to where you need to go, you know. And that's where my mind is right now. I mean, I definitely feel like we have some momentum again, and I don't know where it's taking us, but I am excited again, and excited without the burden of big expectations and things. So every time I play the song, that's where I go in my mind.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, this is Tim.
This is Eric.
And we're from the Alternate Roots, and you're watching the Ham Channel.
Thank you guys so much.